When a Chapter 11 debtor files for bankruptcy, typically a creditors committee is formed which consists of 3 or more of the 20th largest unsecured creditors. And like a debtor in a Chapter 11 bankruptcy, they're entitled to have a counsel and a financial advisor whose fees are paid for by the estate. When a company knows that it's headed towards bankruptcy, the best thing in terms of planning is trimming expenses, focusing on how you can maximize any revenues that you have, and thinking ahead to what option is best in bankruptcy, whether it be liquidation or reorganization. In terms of liquidation, an example would be Penn, which was a family-owned business in the local DC area. They're doing very well, and in the last year, due to various factors including an inability to compete with big box stores like Best Buy, together with the fact that people now have iPhones and use cameras and don't buy as many cameras and don't need as many supplies. As a result of that, Penn had to file for bankruptcy. They realized that they wouldn't be able to reorganize going in, and so from the first day in the bankruptcy, they hired a liquidator and started doing going out of business sales. The creditors committee, and my firm actually was counsel to the creditors committee, suggested that they simultaneously try to see if they could sell the assets, including the intellectual property, which they managed to do. Calumet bought the intellectual property, and they're still continuing to run the stores under the Penn name. The ongoing issue with American Airlines that hasn't been resolved yet is whether they could do a standalone reorganization, which from all accounts is not going to happen. They simply don't have the resources. And so what they're going to have to do is sell their assets, and US Airways has been very vocal about that they would be interested in purchasing those assets. So it would appear that at the end of the day, the reorganization will take the form of a sale of assets to either US Air or some other competitor.